Hello students and welcome to this video. In today's video we are going to see the CDMA 2000. I am Mrs. Pawar. These are the course outcomes. And these are the unit outcomes. So we will see which are the four suite of four standards those are approved. ITU approved suite of four 3G standards, in which first is EDGE, Enhanced Data Rates for Global Evolution, in which there was TDMA standard with advanced modulation and combined time slots. It provides unification of NA, TDMA and GSM, and it only meets some of the 3G requirements. So we can call it 2.75G. The second standard approved by ITU was UMTS, Universal Mobile Telephone Service. It was also called as WCDMA, that is wideband CDMA, in which dominant standard outside of US and leading standard for 3G worldwide was WCDMA. Then viewed as 3G migration path for GSM or TDMA systems. Third standard is CDMA 2000, which we are going to see today, and it competes directly with UMTS or WCDMA, and evolutionary path for IS-95, which is the dominant standard in US. The fourth is TD-SCDMA, standalone standard developed in China. So let us see the characteristics of CDMA 2000 standard. Evolves to meet IMT 2000 data rate requirements for 3G. It is backward compatible with IS-95B. Backward compatible म्हणजे याच्या आधीच्या आलेली जी स्टँडर्ड्स आहेत IS-95B त्याच्याबरोबर CDMA यूज केलं जाऊ शकतं. So it is backward compatible. Then support for data services. It supports high data rate up to 2 Mbps, optimized for packet and circuit data services. Support for multimedia services. Concurrent channels. Support concurrent communication channels for related data streams. Then QoS negotiation and control mechanisms. QoS म्हणजे quality of service. Then reuse adoption of existing standards. Reuse IS-95 standards, that is air interface, and IS-41 standards, that is for networking, and mobile IP, that is internet protocol, radius, etc. In CDMA 2000, CDMA 1 into RTT, that is radio transmission technology, is also there. 2.5G service over IS-95A, B, CDMA 1 systems. Overlay like GPRS. Uses some same 1.25 MHz channels as per IS-95. CDMA 2000 slight changes to IS-95 radio link. Then extend number of volt codes on downlink from 64 to 128. Reverse link pilot for coherent demodulation. Mobile broadcast pilot volt code 0 as well as traffic channels. Then forward link fast power control based on reverse link pilot reduces interference to users on same frequency in cell and in between cells. Then CDMA 2001 XRTT, one user can have multiple volt codes, supplemental channels to get greater data rate. Data rates 153 kbps up or down. Releases A provides higher downlink rate 307 kbps, adds turbo codes SMV, selectable mode codebook excited LPC vocoder, defined by 3GPP2 for CDMA 2000. SMV4 rates 8.542 and 0.8 kbps. Lower bit rates allow more error correction, dynamically adjust to radio interference conditions, substantial additions in the backhaul in fashion similar to GPRS separate voice, circuit switched, and packet data at BSC based on IP protocols. So it is based on internet protocols. So this is the diagram of CDMA 2000 network. Here we can see that MS is mobile station, BTS is base transceiver station, BSC base station controller, MSC is mobile switching center, HLR home location registry, SMS SC short messages service serving center, STM is synchronous transfer mode, PDSN packet data serving node, AAA is authentication, authorization and accounting, home agent, mobile IP home agent, and A10 is bearer interface between BSC and PDSN for packet data, and A11 is signaling interface between BSC and PDSN for packet data. So here you can see that mobile station is connected to BTS using IS2000 standard. BTS is connected to BSC using proprietary interface. BSC is connected to MSC using a reference A1, A2, A5, STM over T1 and T3, and BSC is connected to IP router using a quarter reference A10 and A11 IP over Ethernet. IP router connects to PDSN. It performs the operation of AAA, authentication, authorization and accounting. Then it is also connected to the internet through IP firewall and IP router. Then MSC has HLR home location registry, and also it has VLR also. Then it is connected to PSTN using STM over T1, T3 or AAL1 over SONET, and it also has the SMS, that is short message service serving center. So in this way the entire network is connected. Mobile IP. CDMA 2000 provides simple IP service and mobile IP service. Mobile IP. IP routing. IP routes packets from a source endpoint to a destination by allowing routers to forward packets from incoming network interfaces to outbound interfaces according to routing tables based on IP address in packet header. So in packet header there is an IP address produced, or it is saved. Depending on that, it allows the interface and it allows to route the packets from source to destination. Then in mobility issues, in TCP connections are indexed by a quadraplate that contains the IP addresses and port numbers of both connection endpoints. Changing any of these four numbers will cause the connection to be disrupted and lost. The correct delivery of packets to the mobile node's current point of attachment depends on the network number contained within the mobile node's IP address. To maintain the connection, as the mobile node moves from place to place, it must keep its IP address the same. Mobile IP is designed to solve mobility issues by allowing the mobile node to use two IP addresses, that is home address and care of address. Home address is static, that means it will not change and is used to identify TCP connections. And care of address changes at each new point of attachment. It indicates the network number and thus identifies the mobile node's point of attachment with respect to the network topology. Used in CDMA 2000 to support mobility beyond a PDSN with simple IP. So what are the advantages of using CDMA over GSM? Full utilization of fixed frequency spectrum. We have flexible resource allocation. Large signal bandwidth reduces multipath fading. Unlimited number of users can be there in CDMA 2000. Indecipherable code means security is better. Changing cells does not affect signal, and CDMA channel is nominally 1.25 megahertz wide. So we will stop here. In next lecture, that will be the final video of unit 4. We will see 4G and 5G.